Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris. You're listening to Tales from the Tarheel State. This is episode number 10, believe it or not. I've been slacking, getting some episodes out. Sorry about that. I've been busy as hell with my new job and stuff. It's been exciting, and took a little video yesterday of me loading up the glue reel, and I'll probably post that up at some point on the YouTube channel for the Tales from the Tarheel State YouTube channel. It's pretty wild looking at that equipment that's in this shop that I've been trying to learn how to operate. It's really something else, I'll tell you. But anyway, hope y'all are doing good. We're still living in this fucking pandemic era bullshit. My buddy that I work with, he called me last night. I was already in bed, and then texted me. I saw it this morning that his babysitter tested positive for the coronavirus. And so, told me not to come to the shop today because I was working in close proximity to him yesterday. And so, I'll be at home today. And Tanya was already going to be working at home today and tomorrow, so that's good. So hopefully he didn't bring me that shit to work yesterday. So we'll find out. I mean, I have been vaccinated, but that don't mean shit. As far as getting it goes, I guess at least it helps with the symptoms. Maybe I won't end up in the hospital if I do get it. Hopefully that's what I'm shooting for anyway. But, so that's going on. What else is happening? The Tar Heels got the shit kicked out of them by like 30 points and then like 20 points, man. And forget the opinion writer, but this dude was already talking mad shit about Hubert. And, pretty fucked up. I mean, he was already saying shit that was just, oh, goddamn, man. Give the guy a break, brother. And what the fuck? I'm sure you know way more about coaching than Hubert does, though, I'm sure. So, anyway. But anyway, we did bounce back and beat Virginia Tech by 10, so at least we got back on the winning streak here on Monday, and so that's a step in the right direction. Let's go Heels. What else is happening, man? What's going on in the news around here lately? Let's see, around here, the Tar Heels. Oh, what did we do? Oh, we watched the fucking movie The Eternals, on Disney Plus. And that shit was the worst superhero movie of all time. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, but that was garbage. And holy shit, it was bad. It was all emotion driven and weird as hell like that. I was like, what in the hell is going on? I mean, yeah, what kind of fucking superhero movie was that? I never seen such shit. That was a pathetic excuse for a superhero movie. Who was the superheroes? Fucking Angelina Jolie's fucking character is like flipping out and attacking everybody. I think that was autobiographical. She wasn't actually attacking. Like, I mean, what if she's gonna snap out all the time? Why doesn't she fucking attack the bad dudes? Why is she attacking her own people? It's like, well, what the fuck are you doing? It's so bad that it doesn't matter. But what if that's the case? Then to kill the fucking bad dudes. It's like, it was fucking hilarious. That part was just, and then and then the gay couple, the guy. It's like, what? It's more important to stay with your family than save the world. If you're not trying to save the world, you're not going to have family. I don't understand his logic. I'm going to stay here with my family, but not going to try to say. I didn't understand that. That was weird to me. It's like, come on, you got to try to save the world if you can try to save the world, because you're just going to stay there and die with them, I guess. I didn't really understand that. Seemed awfully emotion-driven and not very superhero-like. And there's, like, supposed to be Eternals, and they were all emotion-driven. So what are you doing? You're superhuman acting, and yet, yeah, I don't know, it's fucking... It might have been the biggest piece of shit I've ever watched. And it was pretty long, too. By the end of it, I was just like, oh, my God, this is bad. So bad. But, yeah, we watched this movie, Mortal. That was pretty crazy. It's a German film. That was pretty wild. It was not what I expected. it was pretty far out. It's like more of a very dark type superhero thing. It was pretty cool and interesting. I will say that about it. Mortal. Definitely not, you know, kiddie bullshit stuff. It was way more exciting and fun. Um, but that was pretty cool. Um, what else is happening? Oh, I guess we've decided we're gonna buy an iMac Mini. I gotta have an Apple, man. I need to have an Apple IP address so I can get my podcast out on iTunes and shit instead of just being on Spotify. No offense, Spotify. Um, but I just feel like I need to have a bigger audience opportunity. I can't limit myself because I don't have that many folks checking me out right now, and I want to get out to as many people as possible, man. Um, I'm hoping, like I said, people hearing me talk about my struggles with depression will help other people to seek help. I spoke to my therapist again this week. That went well. Um, I'm not drinking since those couple beers. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just not drinking anymore. So feeling pretty good about that. I gotta admit, I'm not really missing it. Yesterday, I worked pretty long and hard, and out of a habit, I was like, when I walked into a store to get some sour cream and shit on the way home on a soda, I was like, oh, beer will be good. And I was like, oh, no. That's the first time that I felt like that. And that's just a habit of being working long and hard all day and just being like, oh, I deserve, I've earned that. And just breaking that habit is going to be the biggest problem, I guess. For a long time smoking cigarettes, it was hard to walk into a store and not buy a pack when you walked up to the register. Like, you just say it out of habit sometimes. And but I haven't smoked a cigarette in, like, I think this year is 14 years in April, or maybe 15 years. I don't know. It's been a long time now, and so that's good. But yeah, we're gonna buy the iMac Mini. We're gonna buy a new monitor too, and buy a big fucking fancy monitor and shit for editing all this fucking footage that we've recorded, and you know, just got to get that shit edited properly and put it up so that everything looks like it ought to. We are starting to get some views on some of my BigChris Cooks stuff, which is cool. But again, I've got all this footage that, you know, we haven't been able to really edit and load properly, so you know, there's that. But still working on it, like I said, and we'll get there. Looks like the iMac Mini is a badass little motherfucker, so we're gonna find out and get the big fat curved HD monitor. Looks like we're looking at a Samsung, I guess. It's like a 24-inch curved, full HD, all that crap. So should be pretty cool. What else is going on? What's happening in the world, man? Peloton, let's go, Peloton. Y'all about to go out the fucking door. Y'all are getting a bunch of bad press, and let's go, Peloton. Let's go, Peloton. Y'all can do it. You can make it through this tough times for y'all. Yeah, but that's pretty funny. Come on, Peloton. The first time I saw that shit, I was like, what is this? Just like a screen that's yelling at you and telling you to come on, let's go, y'all. We can do it. Let's go. You're the best, Peloton. Keep on going. Right into your early grave and the heart attack you were trying to avoid. Yeah, fucking crazy, right? But yeah, apparently they showed that shit on that show Billions, and Mr. Big apparently died from Sex in the City. I just saw this stupid shit on YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck I'm not part of that scene, so I don't really know. I know these things exist, but you know, you don't really want to get on the Peloton thing after you've been walking around moving heavy shit and picking up heavy boards all day on a concrete fucking floor and climbing when you're a big fucking 300-pound sumbitch like me, and climbing up ladders and pulling your fat ass around 10 feet off the ground, trying to tighten bolts and shit. You know, you feel like you got a pretty good workout when you've done that. And I was so damn tired last night, is all I could do to get some dinner cooked and eat. shower and all before wanting to go to bed. But luckily, I'm not going to work today because of the corona, because that gives me a chance to recuperate. So hopefully, I won't get sick and all that. But what else is happening? Oh, Marilyn Manson. Yeah, he's looking good, huh? What a fucking douche. I never liked that dude. I always thought he was a fucking idiot. And he was treating these women like, I mean, goddamn. I mean, is this dude... I mean, I don't even talk to my mom and shit, but I don't have this kind of women hatred. I've had my heart broken and had issues with women, but what the fuck are we talking about? I mean, that's consensual, the kind of shit he was doing to people? That's fucked up. Yeah, I don't believe that. If it was, it's because you manipulated those people into believing that that's what they needed to do for your affection. That's twisted shit. So yeah, fuck that guy. I mean, when's the last time he put out a good song? 20 years ago anyway, so fuck him. Idiot. It's all a gimmick as far as I'm concerned. It's like Alice Cooper did it way before and way better, and Alice is fucking badass and you're a fucking douchebag. So there's that. Yeah, fuck Marilyn Manson. Fuck that guy. What else? Oh, the James Webb Telescope it's in position. I'm really excited about that. We will be like 5 months, I guess, though, before we get our first images back. Gonna see into the beginning of time, man. Into the earliest of the universe, or some shit like that. We'll find out what they have to say. Hopefully, the images come back will be cool. I know that all the crazy conspiracy people say that there are no images of space. It's all computer generated. But, yeah. What the fuck, yo? Every picture you take is digital, man, unless you're using fucking film. So, can all be manipulated, bro. Look into it. I love you on Tinfoil Hat. I do. I love you guys. But some of the fucking people y'all have on there fucking crack me up. And when I say Tinfoil Hat, I'm talking about the podcast. Johnny Woodard and Sam Tripoli and shit over there. But I know they don't believe in all that shit either. But it's, wow, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there, man. Crazy. And I thought I was fucking crazy. And I am, just not as crazy as some people. A lot more than some, a little less than others. I think that's how that works. But yeah, the James Webb Telescope, man. See the beginning of time. It's quite the thought. I know I took some LSD one time and it shot me into outer space, and I felt like I could touch the Milky Way. Like I was astro traveling for about 15 minutes. I was definitely not on this planet. I was outside of my body. And that was pretty wild. It made me definitely think that the universe was a bigger, expansive thing, and that hopefully when we leave this place, we're free to explore that motherfucker. At least that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm hoping for. And if there's some holy being on the other side, I hope they're cool. Like, smoke weed and shit. You mean like smoke weed? Yeah, man. Anyway, that's a Dazed and Confused reference. So, yeah. I don't know what the Heaven I group was told about with the pearly gates and the streets of gold and shit. I didn't hear nobody talking about where the best music was and shit. Where's where's all that shit? If that isn't there, it's not really heaven for me. I gotta have the music, man. Gotta have that shit. Gotta have my friends. And if my family members are there, hopefully those fucking people have had to atone for their wickedness. You know what I'm saying. I don't mean to say bad things, but there's a lot of folks out there don't give a shit about nobody. Yeah, speaking of that shit, I guess I'm hearing that we have a huge, massive bubble burst coming financially in this country. And I predicted that about 6 months ago. I said I thought there would be a housing burst by the winter or this spring. So we'll find out if I was right. I know I'm not an educated person. It was just pointed out to me. I know I said something about that before on an earlier podcast. But, I pay attention to what's going on. Looks like Russia's definitely about to go up into Ukraine, and we ain't going to do shit about that. And, but yeah, they're thinking there's going to be like a massive triple bubble burst. What's this guy's name? Jeremy Grantham. I'd never really heard of him before until just recently. I watched this YouTube channel, Breaking Points, with Sagar and Crystal, and they were talking about this cat, and he predicted the housing bubble before and the .com bubble. And he's 83 years old, and he's a fucking super billionaire dude, or in charge of like billions of dollars worth of people's stock or something like that. And he's 83 years old. He's not a fucking young cat. He's been around and seen it all. And he's saying that it's not looking good, So hopefully I'm wrong about all that shit, but so far it doesn't seem like I'm that wrong. If you pay attention to shit, you'd be like, what the fuck? But if you don't pay attention, you think everything is whatever they tell it is. You have to read between the lines on everything today. It's fucking crazy. You gotta listen to the right, you gotta listen to the left, and then fucking listen to how much bullshit is being said on both sides and figure out and be like, oh my God. Makes it hard to keep your head straight and not be a sucker and fall for bullshit from anybody. Don't fall for anybody's bullshit. Use your fucking heads, man. Think for yourselves. But yeah, let's see if I can't talk about something a little bit more upbeat here. Yeah. See if I can get some more audience members. See if putting my stuff out on Apple will help that. I don't know. I'm getting closer to getting the ambassador ads. Then hopefully I can do that. Maybe that'll start to help, and maybe they'll put my podcast up a little bit further once they let me advertise for them for Anchor. So who I'm doing this through, doing all my podcasts through Anchor, which is now owned by Spotify. And it's really fucking, so far, kick-ass app. I mean, it's made it completely easy for me to pull this shit off without a bunch of stuff. But I will be able to make it a lot better once I get the Mac and stuff, and make it a lot easier for Tanya to do my editing, my badass producer lady. And so, yeah, speaking of audience members, I thought I would talk about my top 5 concerts that I've seen in the state of North Carolina. And I've seen some concerts in other places, but most of my concerts have been here. And I've seen stuff at a lot of small venues and shit. I mean, some awesome acts. But I'm just going to hit, like, my top, like, the ones that were, like, the most I was blown away by, I guess. There's several. I mean, I really should have done a top 10, but I'm going to just do 5 right now. So, I'm going to go, number 1, my first concert was Robert Plant on the Now and Zen tour. I may have spoken about that before. It was in Chapel Hill, the Smith Center. It was fucking awesome. And I got to see Kiss there as well. That's one of my top 5, because I was a big Kiss fan when I was a little kid. I'm like 5, 6, 8 years old, all up in there. I was born in 73, so in the late 70s, Kiss was huge. They had the fucking bubble gum, like Kiss cards and shit. I would get them at the store. And so I was a huge Kiss fan, and so I got to see Kiss the first time I saw them. I was working at Subway at night, and we had a booth at the Smith Center. And so I got to go and see, I worked during Power Man 5000 opened up. And so I was working in the Subway there inside the Smith Center. And we got it all cleaned up and everything. And so when Kiss first came out on stage, I was just finishing up. And so I got to go and find an empty seat in the place. And so I went down really close to the side of the stage, and had been on my feet all day in there. And finally I sat down at one point, and I remember Gene, oh, by the way, they had makeup on, and this was like early 90s. 92, I think, maybe, somewhere in there, because it was Ace and Peter were in the band, which is fucking awesome. It wasn't Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer and shit. And so got to see that. It was killer. And I was on the side of the stage where Gene was. At one point, I sat down as I was a little tired. My feet were fucking killing me. And Gene looked right at me and fucking pointed at me. And I was like, me? And he's like, he told me to stand up. And so I stood up and he fucking nodded at me. So that was pretty fucking cool. That made me fucking cool. But even though Gene's a fucking super douche, at that time I didn't know what a super douche Gene was. It was just, he was the fucking demon to me still. So anyway, that was fucking killer show. And I got to see Paul McCartney. I'm a huge Beatles fan, so that was fucking amazing. Blew me away. It sounded great. There was tons of people there that were, it was just all ages. Paul was killer. He fucking ripped it up on the guitar. He came out there and played like Fire by Jimi Hendrix, and on this crazy Strat that was all multicolored and shit. It was killer. The first time I saw Metallica, I saw Paul. That was down in Charlotte at the Coliseum, where they play ball and shit, basketball. Yeah, Metallica. First time I saw those guys, I guess I was about 19, and that was the Black Album tour. And went with this cat named Tim Kimry. R.I.P. Tim. He was quadriplegic. He had been a pastor at one point. He was a really super nice guy. And a buddy of mine lived next door to him, and he used to help take care of that cat. And he liked to go see live concerts. And my buddy and I would go and take Tim. He would buy tickets, and we would take him and take care of him and shit. And so we drove his van down, and I drank beer on the way down, and then I didn't drink at all after we got there. I was only like 19, maybe 20. I wasn't old enough to drink. And so once we got there, I stopped drinking. So I was, getting sober through the whole concert, and then I drove us home. But my buddy was drinking like hell, and he got hammered. And we left there, and I probably smoked a joint or something, fired up a doobie, and he was sitting in the back of the fucking van, and we're coming down the highway, and Tim's in the passenger side, strapped in with his chair and all. And Alex, my buddy in the back, pukes into a damn. He gets sick, and he grabs the lid off the cooler. Instead of puking in the cooler, he pukes into the lid of the cooler, like a styrofoam cooler, and it sprayed puke all over the goddamn van. And I was just cracking up laughing. When I was, this age, I probably wouldn't have been laughing. But that age, I could not fucking stop laughing. And even Tim was laughing like hell. And he was, I don't know why I'm laughing. He just puked all over my van. But the concert was fantastic. It was wild. It was outside, like at Blockbuster Pavilion, what they call it, the sheds. It's outdoors at an amphitheater, and it thundered and lightning. It was supposed to have been Alice in Chains and Suicidal Tendencies, and then Metallica. But Alice in Chains broke up right before that, so it was Candlebox, Suicidal, and Metallica. But I had to work that day, and so we didn't get down there until just before Metallica went on. And it thundered and lightning. There was a huge mosh pit on the lawn. We were, of course, with Tim, so we were right in the handicap section. So we were just underneath the shed roof, out of the rain, but just barely. And it was crazy. I mean, there was so much water standing in the bathroom floors and stuff. People had ripped toilets out of the floor. I saw girls pissing in the dude's sink in the bathroom, in the guy's bathroom. It was crazy. I was, holy shit, I was like 19. But yeah, that was a wild concert. And then, my buddy puking in the cooler. It was fucking crazy. So fucking funny, man. But then he was in such bad shape, we got back there, I had to take care of Tim myself. I'd never done that. So it was the first time I'd ever taken a grown man who couldn't take care of himself and helped undress him. And, I had to undress him because he's quadriplegic, and sit him on the toilet and all that stuff and take care of him and put him to bed. But you do what you got to do, man. You got to take care of people. And all you motherfuckers out there that won't take care of other people that are less fortunate, you can kiss my ass. How about that? That's right, I said it. You got to look out for people that can't take care of themselves. People need help. You got to fucking help them. And the other top 5 one, I'm going to go with Neil Young and Crazy Horse. I got to see them. I had 14th row tickets for that. Actually, Jewel opened up, and she was just by herself with a guitar. She was a little bit of a nobody at that point. She had that one song, "Who Will Save Your Soul," I think. But she sounded fucking great, and she was cute as a fucking button up there in some faded Levi's and shit. Just her and her guitar. It was fucking pretty killer. And but Neil was fucking awesome. He blew the roof off the place. Well, it didn't have a roof. That was at a shed too, over in Raleigh, at Walnut Creek. But yeah, that was a good one. Good show, man. He played like Pocahontas and all kinds of fucking killer songs. Cortez the Killer, if I remember correctly. You know, and like a hurricane and all that kind of shit. It was awesome. But yeah, what else is happening? Oh, the weather's been crazy. It's cold as shit here right now. It's only like 20 degrees here in the South, you know. It's pretty chilly. And yeah, last night it got down to like 14 or something here where we are, and we're not up in the mountains. So, although I guess we're on an ancient mountain range here or whatever. But anyways, yeah, weather's crazy. Looks like for the third weekend in a row, we got a chance of a little bit of snow. Looking like we could get an inch or so. Anyway, yeah, crazy weather. Started a new job, coronavirus scares, telescopes, you know, life here in the Tar Heel State, man. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing good out there, and I'll check in with you soon, and I think I'm going to try to start doing 2 of these a week. I started out on fire doing this stuff, and I had to reel myself in so I didn't get burned out. And so, you know, make sure I got stuff to keep y'all abreast of. And anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon, and take it easy, and go Heels.